What's up, everyone? So I'm doing a tag video today, doing something a little different. I'm doing a top 50 video. This was a tag started by Alex the comic hoarder, and I was also asked by Kevin Taylor to do a top 50 video. So here it is. I'm gonna do something a little different though. I'm gonna do a top 50 raw comic video, and I'm going to do a top 50 slab video. So stay tuned for that slab video. That'll probably come with the next day or two. But I got 50 books of mine. Some you may have seen, some you may not have seen. Let me know which ones you guys have, if you guys have any of these. These are some of my, I wouldn't say best books, but some of my favorite books that I'm very happy to own in my collection. So, alright, let's get started. Alright guys, so first off we have here is Marvel Hulk. This is a 377 variant. This is the white finish variant. There's only 1,000 of these made. They're not the easiest to find. People want a buttload of money for them. So if you guys find one of these, definitely pick it up. But really happy to have that in my collection. If anybody knows me, I'm a big foreign collector. I like collecting different types of foreign books, you know, whichever ones I can find. Alright, next up here, I have another foreign variant. This is Spawn 5, but it's actually the Spawn 9 cover, the US Spawn 9, but it's a Spawn 5 from, I think, I want to say Italy or Germany or somewhere. I can't remember exactly where, but I bought this years ago, years ago, but I guess they're pretty hard to find now. People want a pretty penny on eBay for them, but I actually forgot I had that in my collection. I bought it years ago, and I was going through my boxes and I found it, so I'm really happy to have that. Next up here is Predator #1 first print. Ever since I was a kid, I've always loved this book, always wanted it in my collection. So as I got older, I ended up with a few different ones, but really happy to have that in my collection. Next up, Sensational She-Hulk #40. This is a jump rope variant. I'm not sure if you guys know the whole background on it, but this one is pretty sought after. And what makes it even better is it's a newsstand. So pretty happy to have it in my collection. I got that for less than $100 a while ago. Can't remember when or exactly how much, but anyway, happy to have that. Next up is Squadron Supreme #13. What else can I say but what a badass Namor cover. I mean, that is beautiful. I love that cover. So happy to have that in my collection. Next up here I have is a Marvel .1. This is the sketch variant. That is the first appearance of Sam Alexander, Nova Sam Alexander. I have the color variants. I have 2 or 3 of the color variants. This is the only sketch variant that I have, but I guess it's pretty hard to find. People want an insane amount of money for them on eBay now. So happy to have that. Next up is Carnage #6. I was really surprised on what people were wanting for this book. I bought this book back in the day, I think for cover price. I paid like $4 each for them. I've got about like 3 of them in my collection. They're all near mint plus condition. I just haven't got them graded. But it's a Tomb of Dracula #1 homage, cover homage with Carnage. Really cool cover. I just liked it back in the day. That's why I picked up 3 copies of it. Been sitting ever since. But happy to have that. Next up is Venom #1. This is the silver foil variant. It's the Panini Comics variant. I'm not sure the print run on it. I got a few of these, but I just love it because the shiny foil. It brings me back to the 90s. So definitely gotta love that cover. This one up is Spawn #1. There's nothing really special about this, but this was the book that I actually got signed by Todd McFarlane. If you take a look at it, it says to Daryl right there. I don't know if you can see it right there. It says to Daryl, and it says Todd McFarlane down here at the bottom. I got this signed back in 1996. I had Todd sign it, waited 2.5 hours in line for him to sign that book, and it was right before I left to the Navy because I was leaving I think like 3 months after to the Navy, And so me and my friends took a special trip to San Diego Comic-Con, and I waited in line 2.5 hours for Todd to sign that. So really happy to have that in my collection. Next up, who doesn't love this guy? But first appearance of Lobo, Omega Man number 3. Next up is Green Lantern number 20. This is a sketch variant. This is first appearance of Cruz. What's her name? I forgot her first name. That happens during these videos, doesn't it? Where you just totally forget everything. But Jessica Cruz, there you go. First appearance of Jessica Cruz. So I'm really happy to have that. I have a newsstand of that also somewhere. I bought for 20 bucks, but I couldn't find it. But anyways, that's a sketch variant. Next up is Justice League 40, first appearance of Grail. This is the regular cover, but the difference between this is the combo pack. As you see there, combo pack. And you can also know by the number here, it's 040, so for number 40, and the 4th variant, and that's the combo pack variant. So if you're fine with the 404 on there, you know that's a combo pack variant, and plus this has combo pack variant there too. Next up here, really cool book. This book sells usually around like $100. The reason why I got this one, I got it from a comic shop. I paid, I think, like $5 or $10 for it. But the reason why I really wanted it was I had seen the couple signatures on here, and I thought it only had like 2 or 3 signatures. And then when I got home, I realized I had way more than 3 signatures on there. So you got one signature here, one signature here, another one here, so that's 3. Another signature here, 4. One here in black, that's 5. I don't know if you can see that in black down there at the bottom. That's 5, and then 6 is right here. I'm not sure who all the signatures are, but one is Batiste signature. I think this is Mark Silvestri. I think this might be Billy Tucci. But the one that I was really happy to have, the reason why I really wanted it was because the signature here is Michael Turner. So rest in peace, Michael Turner, but I was so happy to find that. Paid like $10 for it. Love it. Alright, give me a second, guys. Alright, so the next book we have here is Kid and Play number 9. This is where all the Marvel superheroes were on the cover. But it's that Kid and Play variant, the Marvel variant. And it's also freaking newsstand. I bought that way back in the day. I probably paid like 30, 40 bucks for it. But happy to have that. This right here I paid like 60 bucks for way back in the day. That's a 3rd Claw variant. First appearance of Daken. I don't know how you guys pronounce his name. Daken, Daken, whatever you guys want to pronounce it. But that's my first appearance of Daken right there. This one, I didn't know that I had this in my collection. I was actually wanting to buy one of these, but then the price started getting a little crazy for me. And when I searched through my boxes, it's funny what you can, when you're very unorganized in your boxes, and what you find. But this is Captain America 25. This is the Adam Hughes variant. I love that freaking book. Like I said, I was looking for one for the longest time, and the price started creeping up, and I was like, ah, man, I just didn't want to pull the trigger on it anymore. And then I go and look at my boxes. Lo and behold, you have one in my collection the whole time. This one right here, I was really happy to find. This is Hulk number 1, first appearance of Red Hulk. This is the Atomic Comics variant one. This book literally sells in a 9.8, I think like $600-700 or something like that. But I got it from Half Price Books from the back bins for $2, so that's the same price tag that it's had on this whole damn time. $2 I paid for that thing. Really happy to have that. Next one is Wolverine. I think, damn, what number is this? I don't remember. But it's an homage to that Golden Age EC book. I forget the name of that one too. But such a cool cover. I really love the cover. Oh, it's number 55. So Wolverine 55. I forgot what EC book that homage is, but really happy to have that. This right here is a really cool book. This next one is, I think this is an Alex Ross cover. But this is Incredible Hulk 600. This is the Dynamic Forces variant. Because they have a regular color one where this whole thing is color, and it's Hulk is kind of colored differently. But this is the DF one, like I said, Comes with a certificate of authenticity in there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Alex Ross cover. But really happy to have that. Such a beautiful cover. I love it. Next one, I got this in a collection from a guy. He let me literally cherry pick through his collection. I bought 103 books from the guy. He had two of these in there. Batman 608 second print. It's Jim Lee's second print. He had two of those in there. And like I said, I had 103 books that I picked out of there. Really great key books. And he only charged me, I think, altogether $100 for all 103 of them. So I got them for like 97 cents each or something like that. Can't remember exactly how much it was. But I ended up selling the other 608 second print because it had writing all on the inside of the cover. Some kid decided to draw on there. And so I sold that and made up for the price I paid and then some. So really happy to have that. Yeah, 97 cents for that thing. Next up is Malibu Sun number 13. One of the first appearances of Spawn. I don't know which is or which isn't the first or not first. This first, that first. Don't even know anymore. But that is an early appearance of Spawn. Malibu Sun 13. Next up here I have is Batman 655. The supposed first appearance of Damian Wayne as Batman. So happy to have that in my collection. I ended up picking that up for $10 from a guy's collection a long time ago. Next up here I have is Spider-Man number 30. This is, I think it's a German Panini variant. This one's pretty hard to find. They have a sketch variant of this, I think, with the Civil War sketch variant, but this color one is freaking popping, man. I just love this cover, and it is not easy to find at all. Alright, next up is a book you don't see all the time. I'd really love to have this in a 9.8, but it's Bela Lugosi's Tales from the Grave, which is an awesome Popeye book. Beware of the eye of the soul-stealing sailor. But look at how crazy Popeye looks on there. Really awesome book. Really happy to have that in my collection. Next up here I have Batman Beyond, number 1. First appearance, I guess, of Terry McGinnis as the Batman Beyond. Alright, this next book, man, I have been searching everywhere for another one of these, and I can't find one anywhere. But I have the regular one of this. So this is Spider-Man Deadpool number 3. This is the Liefeld variant. Okay, so I have these in a 9.8 already. But the difference with this one is, this is a metal cover. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen one of these, but I literally have like the only one that I know of out of most of the people that I know that collect in the community. Like I said, I have the regular in a 9.8. But like I said, this is a metal variant. You see that shininess on there? So I don't know anybody else who has one of these. But yeah, it's a metal cover. Really freaking awesome. I love it. Like I said, I've been searching for one of these, another one, for the longest time, and I have not been able to find one. I paid a little bit of a premium for this book because you don't see these all the time. So I'd say that it's really rare and tough to find. Like I said, a Spider-Man Deadpool number 3, the variant cover, Liefeld variant cover, but like I said, it's metal. And let me know if any of you guys have one of these, or if you guys know anybody that has one of these, because I literally am the only person that I know right now that in this community that I know of people that has this book. So let me know if you guys have ever seen one of these. I'd appreciate it. Alright, next up here is this is Ultimate Deadpool number 45. Really love that Deadpool cover. This book actually goes for a little bit. Greg Horn cover, especially in 9.8, goes for a good amount of money. But this one's probably like a 9.2. I think it has some spine ticks on the back that just has the color breaking ticks on them. So, but I mean, I'm just happy to have it because I got that for real cheap a long time ago. Next up here is Spawn 185. This is the headless variant. Pretty hard to find. I know it doesn't pop up often, but headless variant. Love to have that in my collection. Next I have here is Wolverine 102.5. This was a mail away. This book is really thin. It's a very thin book. I'm just happy to have in my collection. It's not a 9.8, but still happy to have it. Next up here is another Wolverine book. I don't know if you guys know about this book, but this book is a literal ghost. You will hardly ever find this anywhere. This is the Wolverine She Dark Knight of Judgment. This is the Antiquities edition, as it says down here, Antiquities. But the thing with this book is they only made 500 of them. Give me a second, guys. They made 500 of these, and I don't know how they would grade these because it's like literally burnt on the cover. The cover has like burning on it. This is number 55 out of 499. So they only made, I think, literally 500 of these books. They are not easy to come by at all, like at all. I have 2 of these, but I search for these all the time, and I literally can't find these anywhere. They're very hard to find. And I know I always get crap from people when I tell them all the time that these types of books are hard to find, because sometimes I'll have multiples on multiples of them, but they don't pop up all the time. They're hard to find in the wild, and like I said, there's only 499 of them, I guess. I thought there was 500, but only 499. It's signed by Billy Tucci on the back. So one day I'm going to send these to CBCS and get it graded. But like I said, it has the burnt pages. I don't know how they would grade this because it's all burnt on the edges. So, I mean, would you consider it 9.8? Just by, if I clean at the back or whatnot and get all that burnt look off there, because you can see the burn on there from people handling the burn and it rubbing off the back of the cover. But you can see like right there too, there's some. But, you know, I can get that off, but I don't even know how they would grade that, to tell you the truth. I mean, because of that burning on there. But like I said, I have 2 of these, and they are not easy to find at all. That book is a literal ghost. Next up here I have is Incredible Hulk number 271. First appearance of Rocket Raccoon, also a newsstand. Happy to have that. This book I will never get rid of, but it's Spawn 175. It's probably like a 7 or a 6, but I got this as a gift from a friend of mine, and he ended up passing a few years ago. I used to press books for him, literally like 60 books a month I used to press for him, and he got really sick and ended up passing away when he was in medically induced coma. And he had given this to me literally probably like 2 weeks before he had passed. So this book will never go anywhere. So I really appreciate him for doing that. Thank you, Joe. I really appreciate that. Next up here I have is the J. Scott Campbell Cliffhanger number, what is that, number 1? But that's the bikini cover, kind of sought after. Really beautiful cover. Really happy to have that. Alright, next up here is Flash number 6. This book hardly ever pops up. It's the sketch variant. There's only one on eBay right now. A gentleman has it graded 9.8, but he has it in a set of all the sketch variants, and I think he has it up there for $1,500, and he won't let it go for anything less than that. I had talked to him, see if he would sell this one by itself as a 9.8. He told me no, he wouldn't break up the set. So if anybody has a spare $2,000 that they want to loan me so I can buy that, hit me up. But like I said, this one doesn't pop up often. That's the Flash number 6 sketch variant. Next one up is, if anybody knows me, I'm a big He-Man fan. I mean, who wouldn't be? Growing up in the 80s, He-Man was the shit. I don't care if people call him gay or whatnot. He was still the shit back when I was a kid. But this is the He-Man Masters Universe number 1. This is the Matty Collector variant. This was actually a present from, or an AOK from the homie Big Leg. So shout out to him. Really appreciate you, Sean. Thank you for this book. I've since then found another one, not in the best condition, but I found another one, and these are not easy to come by, and a lot of them have spine ticks with color breaks, so really happy to have it. Thanks again, Sean. Let me get rid of these. Alright, next up we have here, this is Demon, the number 1, his first appearance. This one's pretty jacked up. I literally got this book for 20 bucks. It's probably like my 7th or 8th copy, but I got it for 20 bucks. I'm I'm not gonna pass up a book like that for 20 bucks. So swipe that up. Next up here is Sentai number 2, supposed first appearance of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Happy to have that. I picked up like 2 copies of this way before they blew up. I was literally searching eBay today for another one, and there's only one on there. A guy has it graded, I think, 7.5 or 7.0. He wants $1,000 for it. So I guess they're pretty damn hard to find now. Everybody snatched them up on eBay. There's literally none on there right now. Next up here is Fly number 1. This is the AF-15 homage by Art Germ. Beautiful cover. Really like that cover. I got a few of those somewhere, but happy to have that. Next up is a cover that always cracked me up. I got like 3 or 4 copies of this. But this is Tommy number 1, Serial Killer. This is the pants down version, variant. So you can imagine why his pants are down behind this guy. They have some with his pants up, but they had the secret variant, which was the pants down variant. Like I said, I got 3 or 4 copies of this, just tucked away in my box. So if this ever picks up one day or whatnot, that's all I can say. Yeah, that's a pants down variant. All right, next up here is Ultimate Spider-Man number 13. I'm not sure if this is worth anything, but this is Miles Morales cover. I really liked it. I bought this way back in the day for, geez, I can't remember, but I got it for really cheap. They were pretty hard to find. I don't know if they're easy to find now, but when I had picked this up, they were pretty hard to find, and I had gotten a great price, so I had snatched it up. But yeah. Next up here is Amazing Spider-Man 194, first appearance of Black Cat. It's a beautiful cover. I wish I had a 9.8 of that. Maybe one day I will get one, but that is that. Alright, this right here, Brother Voodoo, Strange Tales 169. So as you can see, this says $10 on here. I kept this on here just for remembrance. I literally got this for $10 way back in the day. So there was a preacher, literal preacher. He was selling all his comic books because he was moving. And this actually involves my friend Joe again. And so I went to check out his books, and he was selling his whole collection. And I got a ASM 252 from him. I think I paid $50 for it, and I paid $10 for this. So he's like, it says $10, I'll give you for 10. I was like, cool. So I paid $60 for everything. And he was trying to sell his whole collection. I was like, hey, I have a friend that buys collections and buys a lot of books in mass quantities, and I can give him a call, let him know. And so I called my buddy Joe, since he had deep pockets. And I was like, hey Joe, this guy has a collection. I already took the ASM 252 and Strange Tales 169 out of there. Got it for $60. He's like, you bitch. And I was like, sorry. So I told him, you know, if you want his collection, he has some other decent books that I already had numerous copies of. So I pretty much passed on it. But he ended up buying that gentleman's collection. Like I said, he was a preacher in a church, and he was selling his collection because he was moving. But got that one. Really happy to have that. So like I said, I keep the price tag on there just to show, hey, I got that for $10. If I decide to get it graded, and if that leaves an indent in there, I mean, I can press it out. It doesn't matter. All right, next up here, I have Alf number 48. I bought this one a long time ago. I think I paid like $40-some for it. This book has since then blown up a lot. Sometimes you get lucky and get a cheap price for it, but this is Alf 48. This is the Seal issue, where it looks like he's banging the Seal, so hurry up already. But yeah, like I said, got that a while ago, years ago, for like $40-some, so happy to have that. Alright, this is G.I. Joe number 1, newsstand. I've got about 4 or 5 copies of this book that I have not gotten graded yet. This book has literally blown the hell up. I'm just happy to have that many. I literally think I have 4 or 5 copies. And I have not graded any of them for some reason. But as long as I keep blowing up, I'm probably going to keep them a little while longer, then grade them, and then see what they grade out. And I'll probably sell all the rest and keep the highest graded one. But happy to have that in my collection. Next one is Iron Man number 128. This is a Demon in a Bottle variant. Back when Iron Man was a raging alcoholic, and it's a newsstand. So I got this one for, I think, $60-some. So I think it's selling around between 100, 200 raw in a near mint condition. So I got this for like $60. Really happy to have that. This one I got for $40. This is Submariner #1. This is my second copy. It's a decent copy. I'd say it's like a 6 or 7. Beautiful looking copy, even on the back. But really happy to have that, especially when Namor makes his appearance. I'm sure this book will skyrocket. Next up here is Amazing Spider-Man 101. This is my second copy. Just happy to have that first appearance of Morbius. I mean, what else can you say about it? It's just a big key that's been the Spider-Man run for the longest time. I bought a PGX 6.0 a long time ago for $100. That's still in the PGX slab that I have not broken out yet. The only thing wrong with that one, it has a subscription crease down the middle. But for $100 for a 6.0 PGX, and I looked at it, it'll definitely grade maybe like a 7 to an 8. So really happy to have that other one. This one is a beautiful, beautiful copy, one that I'm really happy to have in my collection. But this is Avengers #80, first appearance of Red Wolf. This is literally a near mint copy. It's a really beautiful copy. It won't get a 9.8. I wish it would, but there's a few flaws on here, but it's still maybe low 9s, high 8s. So really happy to have that. Next up is All-Star Super Squad. First appearance of Power Girl. I got like 6 or 7 copies of this. I just grabbed the first one I could find just to put in here. Just really happy to have that book. And last but not least, book number 50 is a book that I really like. It's Legion of Monsters #28. This is another book I have multiple copies of. I'm really happy to have in my collection. But I mean, if they ever make it into the MCU, this book will blow up. But I mean, how can you not go wrong with Ghost Rider, Werewolf by Night, and Morbius and Man-Thing? I mean, man, such an awesome book. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys liked the books I was showing. I tried to give a little bit of background on it, on either what I got them for or how I got them or whatnot. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If I talk too much, I apologize. If you guys can let me know what books you enjoyed the most out of, and if you have any of these books, let me know. You know, I'd appreciate it. Let me know. And like I said, if you know anybody that has that Spider-Man Deadpool #3 book, the metal variant, I'm not talking about the regular one, I'm talking about the metal variant. If you know anybody else that has that, please let me know. Alright guys, appreciate you guys watching, and stay tuned, like I said, for the slab one I'll probably have maybe up tomorrow. But I appreciate you guys. Alright, deuces.